Hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
How you doing?
Michael.
Oh, I'm Michael Mandel. Welcome to the show.
This is our St. Patrick's Day show.
And in fact...
We do it every year, Michael.
Yes, in fact, on St. Patrick's Day, about, 7 or 8 years ago, was our first alcohol tasting, if you recall.
That's true.
And we did it because we
St.
didn't know
Patrick's
anything
Day.
about Irish whiskey.
whiskeys.
And after that, we figured, we'll taste everything else.
So every show we taste something, and every St. Patrick's Day we taste Irish whiskeys of some sort or another. Usually it's 3, this time it's 2, and with a little variation that we might do.
You were going to talk about St. Patty's Day before we do this, to sort of make it valid.
We will. St. Patrick's Day is named after, of course, St. Patrick. Well, who was this St. Patrick?
Some guy. You have a story, handwritten.
What was so saintly about him?
Well, he was renowned to get rid of snakes, but since you're a very religious scholar, you said they didn't have snakes anyway.
He's from the 5th century in Ireland, and England. Actually lived in England first. And back in the 5th century, he was the first bishop of Ireland. And when he was a child, he was actually kidnapped by Irish pirates.
Oh, sure.
He was, and then he was finally dropped off in Ireland. And so March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, marks the day of his death.
Oh.
That's why we celebrate it on that day.
Oh, yeah, because they knew what the calendar was in the 5th century.
Now, he was into teaching the Holy Trinity, which is where we get the 3-cornered shamrock, representing the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Then how come the 4-leaf shamrock is the lucky one? That's the good luck one.
Because it's not Catholic? I don't know. No, he said that he banished all snakes and reptiles from the island of Ireland. But after post-glacial Ireland had no snakes or reptiles anyway, so the snakes and reptiles really were a metaphor for the Druids.
What are you telling me?
That he tried
it's a religious metaphor? Oh my gosh.
You know
Who ever heard a religious metaphor in religion?
Religions don't hate other religions, do they?
Oh, no, they believe in accepting everybody.
Oh, yes. Oh. And so that's the story of St. Patrick.
So are we going to drink to him
yes.
now or do it after?
This is why we all drink on St. Patrick's Day Irish whiskey. Not green beer, please. I know a lot of places around town serve green beer on St. Patrick's Day.
We're serving green shirts. That should be enough for you.
That's right. I don't
look at that angle. That's a good angle. He showed all our shirts.
I don't know a self-respecting Irishman that would ever bother to drink green beer.
Well, if you want green vomit, that's what you got to drink.
If you can drink enough of it, yeah.
So it just means it's beer with green number 7.
Food
so we're going
coloring.
to start with the red. If based on Johnny Walker Red and Black, the red would be
the lesser of the two.
Quality, except for the fact these both cost the same amount.
Now this is Bushmills. This is
Bushmills
special
is a good one.
Bushmills.
Jameson's a good one. I think Bushmills is supposed to be better. So we're going to taste it, and then we'll taste the black one right after. And then after the middle of the show, we're going to taste a cocktail.
I used to know a girl that I called Red Bush.
Curtain's the same as the rug?
Absolutely. Okay. Well, it's Bushmills, so you can't go wrong either way. That's pretty good.
Man. Yeah, it is. It's smooth. Irish whiskey's just smooth.
A little sparkly on the end.
A little bite, a little tinkly stuff. But it's full of flavor, strong flavor.
Been a fan of Bushmills for a long, long time, and now I remember why.
Oh, it wasn't that girl. You forgot her until just now,
Red
right?
Bush?
Yeah, you just remembered her. By the way, if you want to get these, lots of luck. I think they sell them in full bottles some places. We'll let you know which one's the best. I got this next to Costco in El Paso. There's a liquor store, which is one of those liquor stores that just gets ends and things that, weird
So you never know what you're going to see.
You never know. You can't go
it's like
in there because
Marshalls.
you're looking for,
Yeah.
Or that store we used to advertise for on...
the club store, yes.
Yeah. So, red, ready for black?
It's not bad. Hey, by the way, before we get to that, you see this? This is date nectar. I'd never seen this in stores before. Of course, I was never looking for it.
No. But where's the date nectar section? I'd like to know.
That's right. I happened to accidentally notice it at Walmart.
It almost looks Italian, doesn't it?
And it's got 25% less sugar than honey. It's like honey, same consistency.
It's a date nectar. Dates I love dates.
It's redolent of
the
dates.
fruit dates, the dried fruit.
This is like the liquid version.
That's good. You don't have to chew.
I like it. Put it on my cereal instead of honey.
No pits.
No pits at all. No pits, no skins.
Speaking of food like that, Marky,
Yes.
I don't usually go to Sprouts, but I did, and they were having a frozen food sale. These are Birch Bender's Paleo Toaster Waffles. Here, zoom in on that.
Oh, it's in 3D.
Where are we? Paleo
I'll try
waffles.
those. I'll be going to Sprouts
You should,
today.
because they taste really good. And as I told you before, they're made with special thing, tiger nuts.
Wow.
It's really hard to get those. Many people get into accidents.
But we've got them here.
But tiger nuts, it turns out, is neither nuts nor from tigers. You'll be glad to know, because you wouldn't eat mammals. You would never eat mammals.
The nuts of a mammal.
It's some sort of vegetable that looks like it looks like a nut, and
They make
got
flour
speckles.
with
It's
it.
got speckles on it. It's pretty good. Much more flavorful than any other waffle I've ever had.
I will definitely try it this weekend.
So, do you want to try the black now?
I think we should do that. Why not?
While it's still on our palates.
St. Patty's Day. Now, for St. Patrick's Day, I do this every year.
Drink?
Well,
Oh, you do that every day.
no, besides I do
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Besides, I put on the movie Miller's Crossing,
Yeah.
but I don't watch the whole movie.
The Coen Brothers?
Yeah, the Coen Brothers. It's about the Irish mob, right? And starring Albert Finney and
Irish guy?
Gabriel Byrne, who is Irish.
Ooh.
And I've queued it up to the scene where the Danny Boy scene.
Oh, where everybody's dying, I guess?
There's no dialogue at all. All you hear is the song Danny Boy, and there's this whole machine gun battle that goes on. It's wonderful.
Wow. Amuse yourself. Cheers.
I wish I could show the scene on here, but we don't have the licensing rights to that scene.
We've gotten hit for other rights, so.
We don't have any rights here, do we?
No, we don't have any rights. But the people at YouTube know whenever we steal something.
So they find out.
They do.
Hey, Michael, this is, just like Johnny Walker.
Slightly
you
better.
Step up to the black.
It's got a bigger
Sweeter?
palate. It's got a bigger
It's more flavorful.
mouthfeel.
It does.
Yeah.
I recommend the Johnny Walker Black
And the
Bush, they call it.
Black Bush. They don't call it Johnny Walker Black because it's Bushmills.
But they're
Oh, and you recommend? Well,
the same price for them?
I paid the same price, but
That's unusual.
But they were $10 a piece. I don't think they could really discriminate when they're trying to just get rid of it.
They weren't part of a package together.
No, they weren't
Separate.
I'm looking. I'm saying, should I buy the red? Should I buy the black? Black is usually better. Red.
Yeah, I want to be just the way to
Yeah.
go, I think.
Can't go back after you go to black. They're talking about Johnny Walker and Bushmills.
Once you try the black, you don't want to go back
To the red?
To the red.
No.
But nothing wrong with Red Bush, let me tell you.
Thanks.
Nothing at all.
Put that on my radar.
Yes. Now, after you've had a couple of drinks on St. Patty's Day, which is Sunday, you want to go out and have some corned beef and cabbage, right?
Of course, or first,
Well, you're going to go out to
You gotta-
Manolo's then.
Manolos.
Manolo's
the perfect place to
over
have
there in
corned
Loman.
beef.
Yes.
Even though it's sort of a Spanish name for a Mexican restaurant, they
That's-
do all sorts of food.
They serve everything. And this Sunday only, corned beef and cabbage special, as you see, it's only $9.95 while it lasts. That's from
After it lasts, it's free.
It's from 11 o'clock to 3. So you can go there just after breakfast.
And cabbage is important with corned beef.
Well,
You need fiber.
It's the whole deal.
You need fiber. Yes.
That's right. You don't get constipated that way.
There's a number of things. Do you want to talk about the other things going on?
Oh, don't
Well,
forget.
we got to
their
talk
jumbo
about
1 pound cinnamon roll that only they make, by the way. If you like them big,
Who's that a quote from?
they're big.
Is that your quote from you? Did you say I like them big? Is
I've
that-
never said, well,
You probably said that.
that's what she said.
Those are, a friend of mine that we go walking the mall with says
Yes.
those would be size H. Which is
Single H or double?
Single H, but it's quite larger than double D.
Well, they're double delicious, I'll tell you that.
They are good.
Yes. Now, so what do you think?
Where do we go? About Manolos or about what's going
Yeah,
on?
there's lots of other things going on around town on St. Patrick's Day.
We could talk about those of you who are athletic and still like to drink beer, which is pretty much everybody. There's a bike ride. Starts at Bosque Farms. I think that's where it starts. You start.
No, Bosque Brewery.
Bosque Brewery. Yes.
On University across from.
I didn't mean the farms.
Across from the university.
And they have good beer. And then they go to Spotted Dog, so it's down University.
All the way down to University.
Drink there. It
come back.
depends on where you are at the time. If you're going straight, you'd go north, or right. And then you go to the Dry Point Distillery, which doesn't have beer,
They don't
but
open-
does have bourbon.
Dry Point Distiller does not open until 5 o'clock.
They might be open on the day they're doing it.
We don't know that
We don't.
for sure.
It said that's what they're doing. It's in the list.
Okay.
So we don't know. This is a bike ride that supports Down syndrome. I don't know how they picked that one.
Well, if you're going to drink beer, you should do something to stay in shape.
Yes.
Because if you drink a lot of beer, you're going to get out of shape otherwise.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact of life.
True.
So once you're at Dry Point, where do you go next? I think you go to Picacho. No, you go to
Brewery?
Ice House.
Ice House on Picacho.
And then you go to Picacho Brewery.
What about
What are we
High
missing?
Desert?
It doesn't say High Desert, does it?
That way
Desert?
You just go up Hadley to High Desert
You
Brewery.
could do that.
By that time, you're 3 sheets to the wind, and
God, you better just keep.
And it's 5 o'clock in the
You
afternoon.
just better keep peddling those pedals there. Keep your blood going. Oh, and I see Alan Raintree. That's Tom Levy's cousin. He's doing the music.
I see. Very good. So lots of things going on. St. Patrick's Day. A lot of the breweries have things going on.
A lot of the restaurants have things going on.
Like Double Eagle, corned beef,
Double Eagle,
corned beef and cabbage almost everywhere.
Pecan Grill.
Pecan Grill, yes.
What is that? Oh, Icebox is having corned beef and cabbage. Icebox Brewery.
Brewery on Picacho.
So you could get it all in one. And a Bite of Belgium.
Bite of Belgium, yes. And
cool.
who's that?
Double Eagle. Oh, this is the one in Fort Bliss.
Oh, that's down in El Paso.
But the one that would be convenient would be right in the center of town, Manolo's.
Manolo's. Might as well go there.
People would say Manolo's. You go, what? They're good cooks. And they did say they're giving cabbage. Not everybody gives cabbage.
Well, it's not corned beef and cabbage without the cabbage.
Well, yeah.
I mean.
Well, there it is. Authenticity right in your face.
Now, speaking of Ireland, a famous Irish name is Dingle. Did you know that? There's a county Dingle in Ireland. Did
There
you know
is a
that?
Scotch named Dingle. Not a Scotch, a gin named Dingle.
Oh, an Irish gin.
Made in Dingle.
Yes, and President Trump just signed the John D. Dingle Conservation, Management, and Recreation Act. Now this has benefits to the Doñana County area.
Right, more federal land for people to go traveling through.
It designates 250,000 acres of wilderness, which is the highest level of federal protection there is for land.
And wilderness is the least things that need it, but they need it from industry.
And these are all within the Organ Mountains and Desert Peaks Monument region.
So
it's very beneficial.
We probably thought the whole Desert Peaks was protected and Organ Mountains.
It is
but
now.
Obviously now there's more being protected.
So
that's good.
Thank you, President Trump.
Yeah. What got into you? Who got to your ear?
Yes.
Not Dingle. He didn't dingle the thing and say, "Wake up, President."
That's Dangle.
He could dingle it too. If there's a little bell, dingle, dingle, dingle.
You're too cute.
Yes, well, this would get you to think even more so.
Are we on time, I wonder?
Yeah, I don't know. Huh? Oh, we're going to talk about legal pot when we come back. So we're going to try. Yeah. So before we leave, we're going to talk about illegal pot.
We're going to talk about both.
Did you ever do illegal pot?
Let's go to a break.
Blessed. Okay.
I can't tell you. We'll take a break. We'll come right back, and we're going to do some variations on these whiskeys.
Yes. Corn and oil variation. That's what it's called.
Oh. Real. One of them bangs right here. I just want to know. Is it real? Is it real? Is it something I can feel? Is it real? Is it real? Is it something I can feel? Tell me, is it real? Is it real? Is it something I can feel? Is it real? Is it real? Is it something I can feel?
Call Mark Goldstein, the Safe Money Guy, at 575-556-2472, to learn about innovative strategies now available to help you grow, protect, and preserve your money and financial future, regardless of market conditions.
Hi, welcome to Okazuri.
It's our happy hour sushi fest. We placed our top sushi rolls on special from $4 to $6. And our ice-cold draft beer is only $2.50. Have a California roll, banderito roll. Sit at the floating sushi bar and the kids eat for only $2. From 2 to 5, Monday through Thursday. Located on University in the Pan Am Plaza. It's our happy hour sushi fest.
Horizon, granite is here. Horizon Granite is here. We'll come to you to customize your kitchen and bathroom with beautiful countertops and cabinets. Find out more at horizongranite.com. Call us at 575-650-3180.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here.
Make yourself a beautiful home.
Come to Tacos El Borrego de Oro in Las Cruces. We are celebrating $1 Taco Tuesdays. Come enjoy authentic Mexican food for the whole family. Bring the family to Tacos El Borrego for $1 Taco Tuesday and Flauta Thursdays.
And we're back. This is Double Talk right here on the Las Cruces channel.
We've been trying the new concoction, which is a little bit of velvet falernum, which we had last week, and
Mixed
lime.
with the red bush.
Red bush. And you liked it, but you think a little more red bush?
Well, taste it, Michael.
Okay.
Before I want to
before-
see if you agree with me. I think the lime and the falernum overpower the small bit of
They do, but,
red bush.
but it's not bad. And
It's not bad. A tiny bit more, I think.
so everybody run out and
Full-bodied.
get velvet.
Full-bodied.
Yeah.
Red bush was
Red
full-bodied. I'll tell you, she's from Red Hook, you know.
Yeah, or the red bush from Red Hook.
That's right.
You were the hook. Well, so a little bit of velvet falernum, a little bit of lime,
Yes.
and a little bit of something alcoholic.
Now we're talking St. Patty's.
That's not bad.
Now, this show's airs on Saturday and Sundays at 11 o'clock.
Yes.
As we know, starting Monday through Friday. If you go to Okazuri, Japanese sushi restaurant on University Avenue, they've got a new lunch menu.
Can we just do the ad?
Lunch is from 11 to 2.
Well, if you walked out during the ad or went to look for CNN,
Yeah.
this is what it is. Best happy hour in town.
It is. The
from
happy
2 to
hour
5.
from 2 to 5. I mean, things are on half price. Get a big California roll for half price. All
They're
the
not
sushi
expensive
rolls,
anyway.
half price. Instead of a $6 roll, you get it for $3. Or
$4. We've been corrected.
Yes, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, $4. Nobody could give you a treat like that.
And it's really good stuff.
You know, we talk a lot about food, and I'm kind of glad we have all these people sponsoring us with food.
Yeah.
And they're all good, too.
Right. So Okazuri, we love Okazuri. Besides, of course, the standard sushi items they have,
Yes.
they've got other Japanese delicacies like orange chicken,
Orange chicken.
steak dishes.
Orange chicken is my personal favorite thing.
Uh-huh.
I had the orange chicken at Panda Express.
Yes.
Didn't come
not nearly
close.
as good.
Didn't
No,
come close.
no,
Not
no.
as good as very.
It never will be.
depressing. Yeah.
Although Panda Express does have brown rice if you ask for it.
Yes, I had the brown rice. You know what? It's pretty much brown rice.
It's
It's
brown
a very
rice.
white brown rice.
Brown rice is brown rice.
Yeah.
But it's better for you than white.
So
polished
if you're
rice.
eating all this stuff, you're probably going to want to get into legal pot, right?
Well,
Was that the
that'll make you
segue?
hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course, it looks like New Mexico is headed toward legalizing marijuana.
In one way or another.
We already have medicinal marijuana. And it looks like they're going to be legalizing
In an interesting way. There is a
recreational marijuana. There's going to be a lot of strictures on it.
well,
For instance,
it's in front of the our legislature right now.
yes, and what they want to do is have it sold only in state-run stores, like some states do with alcohol. Still,
Yes, like New Hampshire does.
like behind the
you actually can get better deals too.
Can you?
Yeah.
But they're going to tax it at 17%.
Still,
That's pretty
if
high.
there's no competition, they don't have to spend money on advertising. You know, all those people spending money on advertising pot. You know, you see all these billboards, buy pot here. You see
Yeah.
that? Yeah, don't you see that?
Or no, but some places don't want a whole line of head shops selling pot.
No.
Some towns don't want that, like you see in certain towns in Colorado. So now it's going to be state-run stores only, and if you have the marijuana on your possession, you better also have the receipt that proves that you actually bought it legally.
That's kind of interesting. You can walk around with a receipt in your pocket.
Just hold on to that
and
receipt.
flaunt it all over the place.
I would get that receipt laminated.
Yes.
Just to hold on to for.
They'll be selling little bracelets for you to put your receipt in so that you never are without it.
And then you can go get your pot anywhere you want, I guess.
Well, we'll see where they decide to put their places.
Because,
I
really,
have some real estate available. So.
primo quality pot could be very expensive. Just like primo
Really?
quality alcohol is
I wouldn't
very
know what the
expensive.
prices of primo. I don't
Well,
know.
our viewers will be sure and let us know, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
call in.
And
Tell us your prices.
It's good to know. And
But the medical marijuana is expensive too.
It is, and insurance does not cover it.
Well, insurance is not going to cover the legal part either.
Well, no.
Well, it should. Anyway.
And so now, hey, this weekend also we've got the
We have a lot of things this
Bataan
weekend.
Death March going on out of White Sands Missile Range.
And you're going to go again, right?
That's Sunday.
Oh, you're busy Sunday because
Sunday.
it's St. Patrick's Day.
Get there at 6 a.m.
So you're busy. You're sleeping.
I won't be. I've done it before.
Once, right?
I covered it once for Men's Health magazine, and it was quite a day.
Men's Health?
Yeah.
You go? Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, and there's a photographer there, and yeah, we had a nice time. It got kind of windy in the afternoon, as it frequently does.
That would never happen here.
This time of year?
No, never happened.
And
if you slept all last week, you wouldn't know.
It's like 26 miles if you want to do the whole deal. Some guys do it with backpacks, heavy backpacks on.
I heard on the radio some people run it.
You can't run it. Well, you can if you want to.
I could.
A lot of it is through sand.
I go to the gym every
sand.
so often.
Oh, so you could do it.
Yeah, I could.
And in fact, when I was there were still a couple of the survivors of the actual Bataan Death March there in person. They're honored guests.
But they rode.
But
they didn't walk.
Well, they didn't do it. Of course not. Once was enough, Michael. And but they were there as honored guests, and they loved the attention. Everybody just thought they were heroes. Because they were.
They were. They lived through something called the Death March.
Yeah, you lived through a death march,
yes.
and you're not dead.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
You're a hero in that way.
Now, also going on
we
this
have
weekend,
many things. You know, this month is Women's History Month. We probably mentioned that last show, but you forget it, you know, because who remembers history? Nobody.
Well, but we can't forget the women.
This is what history teaches. History teaches.
What?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
Also, Sunday at 3:30.
Ah.
Over at the NMSU Theater, the Mandel Theater.
She looks just like Anne Frank might look had she lived to old age.
Well, that happens to be her stepsister, Ava Schloss.
And they only have a little bit of, they have half.
No, they're not
genetics.
related, but her.
Well, they.
Ava, here's what happened.
Yeah.
Anne Frank's father married a woman who had a daughter, and that's how she became Anne Frank's stepsister. But she was there when everything happened. She's 94 years old.
And I hear her story. It's very evocative.
It is.
It's on YouTube, but it's also there. And I believe this is sold out.
It's $25. I've read that it's sold out. $25 a ticket.
But if you become a sponsor, it's probably still sold out.
You can buy an expensive ticket and probably get in, and there's a reception afterwards. Does she have a book she's selling? Is this a book tour?
It might be. You know, when you write down Anne Frank's, it seems like a hot dog ad, doesn't it?
Like Hebrew National?
Yeah, Nathan's Franks.
Nathan's famous?
Nathan's Franks. Anne Frank, stepsister, Eva Schloss. It should be good. I'm not going to go because I wait for the last minute to do things, so it's all sold out.
Yeah, sold out.
And, you know, after you've seen one Holocaust, you know, seen them all.
You can see them all. Also going on this weekend is the International Festival.
That is so vague.
I know it. It's usually held at NMSU.
A lot of Irish dancing.
And it's, you know, NMSU is full of people from all countries around the world. Africa, Asia, Europe, they come from all over.
Those are not countries, those are continents.
Those are continents
So I'm just
containing countries.
Yes.
Here's another continent that is a country.
What?
Australia.
That's true.
Yes.
And they are so unique there in Australia, matey.
There's a couple of them here going to college. But each one of those countries has their own distinct cultures and interests.
True.
And they put those on display at the International Festival. Now, usually in the past years, they've had it at the university. This time, it's downtown at the Las Cruces Plaza.
The city is trying to get their act together,
It's
make
much
that
more
plaza pay
convenient.
for itself. Hopefully get people to get used to going to the Amador,
Yes.
a multiplex.
Get people downtown.
The multiplex and find out if there's enough parking.
Yeah, there's not.
There's not.
Hopefully they'll fix that one day.
Yeah, a skyscraper with eight rows of cars.
We should have multi-tiered parking like real countries.
They keep talking about
and
that.
cities do.
We should also have a Trader Joe's, people say, but you know, that ain't
It's not going to happen.
No. Variety. Do you like Variety?
Daily Variety magazine?
Yeah, you probably
Or
have been
Variety
there,
in my
never been.
life, yes.
Both.
I like both.
You like your life in Variety as
Yes.
well as Variety in Variety.
Get to it, Michael. What is it?
Las Cruces Community Theater, one-act plays. If you want variety, those plays are, you know how long?
They're very short.
One act.
The one-act plays.
Yes.
They're very short, maybe 10 minutes long at the most, some of them.
And they put a lot of good people in.
There's 8 of them.
I don't think you'd see them all the time. They might break it up. I didn't see what goes on.
There's 4 of the first act, 4 of the second act. Only for
Wow,
3
10 minutes. 3
Friday,
to 10 minutes?
Saturday, and Sunday matinee. It's free, Michael. No
Well,
charge to get in.
Yeah, well, there's a donation expected.
And they're
so.
locally written plays, locally acted, locally directed, locally produced. So
Probably for many of our friends.
that's something interesting to do this weekend for free.
But
And
other than that,
Also, what's going on tonight downtown? Tonight at 7 o'clock
you have something to do with this, don't
at
you?
the Rio Grande Theater. I'm involved
Are you?
in my own unique way.
Yes. You put a new slant on this?
Well, the city of Las Cruces has their classic film series going on. They show one classic film a month. This is the 3rd month of the year.
Thank you.
Yeah, well,
I was losing track.
January they showed Godfather 2. Last month they showed To Kill a Mockingbird. This month we're screening Chinatown from 1974. And it's always introduced by somebody who knows something about the film.
That's you.
This month I happen to be introducing Chinatown. So come down and enjoy one of the greatest films noir ever.
And you live there.
I live
In
where,
LA.
I live there where it
Yeah.
all happened.
Yes, he was there.
True.
And he knew Jack Nicholson.
Well, I worked with Jack Nicholson. I worked with Faye Dunaway, of course, 10 years
Separately.
later. But yeah,
When they weren't famous. After they were famous from this movie. Now, this is a great movie.
it is a wonderful film.
If you don't know it, you should go see it.
It's one of the perfect films, a few really perfect films I can think of. Michael probably won't be there because
No,
he doesn't go out
because
late at
I
night.
don't like to read subtitles.
There are no subtitles, but we're out of time.
Well, we're not out of time.
Almost.
Well, you should finish
Oh,
your drink.
Let's try this.
It's still good.
I produce the saying, drink some more.
Falernum is a Caribbean cocktail.
What's it made out of? That
It's
Falernum?
made out of like ginger and
Taste the ginger.
some kind of nuts, but not tiger nuts,
Mm.
and other weird, mysterious things. Anybody can make their
Herbs
own.
and things.
Herbs, but it also this brand has alcohol in it.
No,
Just-
they don't all, but
No,
Velvet
the
does.
Velvet Falernum has alcohol. Non-Velvet has is sugar.
good.
It's sugary, and when it coagulates, which one of them has in my refrigerator, it ends up like a white bunch of slime.
If you put it in a pot of warm water, maybe it'll
That's what I'm waiting for.
reconstitute like honey does. you
Yes,
know.
I'm going to wait to buy a.
Actually,
pot
it's
of
too
hot
sweet
water.
for my palate, but when you mix it with other things, it kind of
Well,
calms
you
it
get the
down.
lime. That helps.
The lime helps very much.
So that's good. Anyway, we'll see. Oh, Mark, we'll see you next week.
You're going to be on vacation in
yes.
Europe.
No, next week
And
I'll
LA.
be in LA. Yes,
Well, you're going to be gone for 3 weeks,
I'll be
Michael.
gone. You have to figure.
So if anybody would like to sit in for Michael,
call up
let
and
us know.
call Mark. I'll give you his phone number, but if we say it online, everybody's going to be calling. You won't get a minute of sleep
No, they won't. That's funny about it, this town.
know
People
why?
don't want to be on TV.
because TV and phone doesn't make sense together.
Really?
Yeah, that's what happens.